Yes, they do.
7:51 News Extra time at KNEB and brought to you by Jolliffe Funeral Home. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We have the famous Deb Carlson, child librarian at Lied Scottsbluff Library, here with us today. And we're going to talk about a person even more famous than you are, and that is Jan Brett.
Yes,
coming
that's
to
right.
Scottsbluff. Tell us all about this. This is crazy. This is probably the biggest author that you guys have had that brought in really in the whole time you've been there, right?
Exactly, by far. She makes the New York Times #1 spot regularly. So yes, author illustrator Jan Brett is coming to Scottsbluff. We got this call several months ago, and it started moving forward, and it's just amazing to us. And she'll be at the Midwest because we'd love her at the library, but we can't fit them in the meeting room, and we're so thrilled that the Midwest is sponsoring this with us.
Yeah, November 13th, that's this coming Wednesday, 6 p.m. at the Midwest Theater. Doors will open at 5:15, and there will be, what's she going to do when she's there? And she could fill up this theater the way it's going right now.
Exactly.
Right?
We're having calls from all over Nebraska, and I'm getting calls from Colorado and Wyoming wanting to know how early to come to get a seat. So yes, I mean, she is just amazing, and she's not been, in this valley for a not here ever. So yes, we know it's going to be huge, and we're really excited. She will pull up with her 45-foot long tour bus that she travels in, and then she'll be do a little presentation at 6 o'clock for about 20 minutes, and then go to the autographing line, and people can bring their books, and she will autograph them for them if possible. If she runs out of time to do original autographs on every single book, she's got some great book plates, so we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Now you guys I guess are selling her latest book, Cinder's a Chicken Cinderella.
Right.
And you explain how you've almost run out of all these books that you have.
Just amazing. We ordered 250 copies of Cinder's, and thinking that a little concerned would we sell them all, but we had faith, and believe it or not, I think we're down to about 80 copies, and we thought that would carry us through the evening as well. So we're kind of looking into the situation, but the people are welcome to come buy them at the library or that night at the door, as long as they last.
All right. How much are they?
$15 for the hardback books, and we have several other titles as well as Cinder's, and then $7 for the paperbacks that we got and the board books that we got. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's fantastic.
Right.
And we're hoping, folks, we've kind of lined this up. I'm confirming it today that Miss Brett will be here on our show next Wednesday morning.
Right.
And which is, we're lining it up, trying to get it done. She's coming in from Rapid City. And just like Deb said, she travels in this, it's an amazing bus. It's like a John Madden bus.
Yes, it
right?
is. She's a rock star.
Yeah, it's like a John Madden bus that she travels in. And she's doing, 24 towns on this tour?
Yes, most of them are at Barnes & Nobles, across the nation. But, sometimes they're at libraries or different centers, like what we're doing. And we laughed when the lady called us, her publicist called and asked, I was thrilled, but my initial question to her was, do you know where we live? And she just roared and said, you know what? Jan Brett likes to go to out-of-the-way towns as well. However, when we got the list, we are by far the smallest. She's going to Birmingham, Alabama, and all over New England. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's exciting. We're
pretty
thrilled to have
her. To be honest
her.
with you, what I read is part of the reason she is coming here is because of the library. She saw what's going on with the library and how wonderful it is, and that's a large part of the reason why she's coming.
She saw our #4 rating in the nation that we got about a year and a half ago. The livabilitycom rated the Lied Scottsbluff Public Library's children's library #4 in the United States. And Raleigh told me the other day that's how they found us first, and then they kind of started following what all we were doing. So yes, it was a huge honor, and something our children will just never have this opportunity again, I don't think. Not here.
Yeah. Don't forget, it's Wednesday, 6 p.m. p.m. Doors open at 5:15 for the book pre-sale and seating. We'll talk more about it right after this. Okay. We should just go over some of the stuff she's... Well, we mentioned the illustration there, and yeah, a little bit about what it's about, and then the fact that she's all these other books she's got, like the hat, the mitten, the three snow bears, the gingerbread
And
thing.
often people will say to me, I don't think I know Jan Brett. And then the minute, this is the one, the mitten.
The mitten.
The minute I show them the mitten, they go, oh my gosh, she wrote the mitten or illustrated, because that's, it's on our 100 book best book wall. It's definitely one of the books that they all know.
All right, we're back on News Extra, and we're speaking with Deb Carlson, the children's librarian at the Scottsbluff Lied Public Library. We're talking about the visit of #1 New York Times children author Jan Brett. She's coming to Scottsbluff this coming Wednesday over at the Midwest Theater. She'll be there at 6 o'clock. Doors open at 5:15 for the book pre-sale and seating that day over at the theater. And the reason they're having it at the Midwest and not the library is they truly expect hundreds of people to be at this. This is how big this gal is. She has been, what, the #1 children's author on the New York Times. She has tons of children's
Frequently
books.
she makes it. She's got over 30 books, and she's been writing for over 30 years. One of her trademarks is that she travels all over the world and studies the country that she's going to set those characters in. So for Cinders, for the Chicken Cinderella, she went to Russia. She went to palaces. She worked culturally with she just did all kinds of things to be able to make those illustrations come alive. And when you see the beauty of Cinders, which was just released Tuesday, it's brand new, you'll see what we mean. And she's gone everywhere. Scandinavia. She's just an amazing woman at the way her art reflects in the stories that she does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of the other books, maybe some of the other titles, maybe you're going, okay, Chicken Cinderella, okay, that's the new one, I've heard about it. Let's talk about some of the other ones she's done.
The one that everyone knows, even people who will say to me, I don't think I know Jan Brett, and then the minute I show them the book, The Mitten, oh, I know Jan Brett. It's just beautiful, and that's well known. The Hat is another one that's just darling. She has a character, a little hedgehog, that is in many of her books that carries throughout, and that little hedgehog is called Hedgie, and actually Hedgie will be there. We're getting a marvelous volunteer, Jean Ann Barber, and she will be Hedgie that night to meet the kids as well. So that's kind of neat. Plus, one thing I didn't say, Kevin, is I think it would be something the kids will always remember if they wanted to meet the bus, to see this bus pull up in front of the Midwest, and that would be, they're telling us it'll arrive about an hour before showtime. So 5-ish, if they wanted to come a little before 5, they could actually see it pull in and get photos. They've said, take photos with it.
Take photos of it. It's pretty cool.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Gingerbread Baby, Three Snow Bears, some of the other
Oh,
books that she will do, and she'll do a nice illustration for 15 or 20 minutes, show how she illustrates all these wonderful books. So once again, if you want to buy especially this new one, they only have 80 left at the library. They had 250 just a little while ago. So you want to get in there and get your book. Probably a good idea to do that ahead of the actual presentation next Wednesday night. So that way you have your book and you can go through the line real fast and stuff.
That's right. You wouldn't have to wait in the line.
All right, $15 for the book.
Right. One more quick thing. We just heard through the grapevine that Jan is going to be encouraging kids to bring little sketch pads. And when she does her illustrating, she'll do a little bit of teaching with the kids if they're aspiring to be illustrators themselves.
All right, very good.
Right.
Well, it sounds great. Good luck with it on Wednesday. And like I said, we hope to have Jan on next Wednesday morning right here on this show.
So exciting if you do.
All right. All right, very good. Thanks.
Great. Don't forget it's free.
Free, absolutely free.